Hello, ladies and gentlemen, all in crypto here, and welcome back, guys, for another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be giving you a Cardano update. Now, I'm sure all of you have been paying close attention to what is currently going on in the crypto space. We're going to be telling you exactly what's gone on, and we're going to be telling you how it relates to Cardano. We know Cardano sold off, the entire market sold off. Why did the entire market sell off? Well, there are a list of reasons. People always like to pinpoint one exact reason. Usually there are multiple reasons why something will sell off. The reason that we have for this sell-off, I think, is a significant one. This is one of the only times I've actually found a reason other than it just has sold off to equate to what's happened. And essentially, Bitcoin's hash rate drops over 45% with Xinjiang grid blackout blamed. BTC price slides 10%. So we all know that the entire market follows Bitcoin. When Bitcoin sells off, the entire market will tend to sell off with it. And essentially what you've had is you've had the hash rate. So miners essentially are accountable for the hash rate of the network when it comes to Bitcoin, which is a proof of work consensus. Essentially, round about 45% of that hash rate, the hash rate is used to sort of secure the network, make it secure. That's one of Bitcoin's real sort of selling points, is that it's secured by a variety. It has one of the biggest hash rates out there. Essentially, what you've seen happen is you saw the hash rate kind of drop by 45%. So there was a blackout over in China. Now, is this coordinated? Is this not coordinated? Was this on purpose? Was this not on purpose? We're not going to get into that. We're just going to deal with the kind of facts that we have in front of us. So why does the hash rate essentially, matter when it comes to Bitcoin and the entire crypto market selling off? Well, I'm going to go over to Willy Woo's Twitter here, and price and hash rate have always been correlated. This BTC price versus today's hash rate collapsed from the Xinjiang blackout. So Willy Woo, by the way, when it comes to Bitcoin and information on Bitcoin, and you can kind of work off that information and apply it to the overall crypto space, you can see here that he's essentially highlighting, and we've pretty much recovered in many respects. You can see that hash rate and price are heavily correlated. When the hash rate dropped, the price dropped. This tends to be how it goes, and is certainly the main reason why Bitcoin sold off. Thus, the entire market sold off. So we're going to take a look at Cardano. That's what you've all come here for. Now, it looks in some ways a lot worse than it is. We still think a $3 Cardano is absolutely on the table. It could come as early as May, guys. Between April and May, it could happen at the end of May, but we think a $3 Cardano. We think that this essentially could be another catalyst that is going to lead us for some explosive growth to the upside. Now, it does look like we are selling off. However, guys, I just really want to put us on a logarithmic scale and zoom out. If in doubt, zoom out, guys. And what I'm essentially showing you here is that we are making higher lows and higher highs. So we're making higher lows. And we're making higher highs, guys. Higher lows. Higher highs. And right now, we have another higher low coming in. Now, where this candle closes, and ignore the wick, wicks can be caused for a number of reasons. You could perhaps have a supply shortage on an exchange or something like that. Things can wick and get pretty serious. But I've tried to choose, this is the Binance chart. It's not as wicky as some other charts out there. But what I'm trying to show you here, guys, is you have nothing to worry about. In my opinion, and this is not financial advice, this is all my own personal opinion, you're in a bit of a channel right now, and essentially, I'll draw a rough version of it. I should have probably prepped this chart beforehand. Let's give that a go. You're in an ascending sort of channel right now, and this, I would expect us to kind of bounce around in these zones. We'll clear the chart up in a second once we've sort of talked about it. Now, it looks like we have sold off to the downside, but that's just because really I've not drawn this very accurately. What I'm kind of expecting to happen is we are going to sort of, bounce around in this before a potential sort of breakout to the upside. I think that's likely. I think the fact that we still have higher lows and higher highs for me is a real sort of indication that, you know, we are still in a bullish continuation pattern. And at the end of the day, guys, what I'm talking to you about right now is really the short-term sort of price action for Cardano. If you're like me and an investor in this project, if you believe in the project, if you've done enough research into this project, you have no other conclusion other than to come to the terms that this project is going to appreciate in terms of value, because it's going to appreciate in terms of adoption, it's going to appreciate in terms of how much it's being used, the problems that it's solving, etc., etc. It's such a strong project, and you know, we saw that with this sell-off. It sold off significantly less than a lot of other cryptos out there. Number of reasons for this. One, because it's staked. A lot of people have their Cardano staked up, and it's not as you know, sort of there's a lot more belief in this project than people just sort of invested in it for the price action. So overall, I'm hugely still massively bullish on Cardano, and my opinion on where we're going has not changed in the slightest. Short term, you are going to have pullbacks, guys. This is the cryptocurrency market. We know, we spoke about, we addressed the whole sell-off in a more sort of broader version of this yesterday. But what we're doing is we're really taking a look at Cardano, and one thing I want to show you, and Cardano was really launched back in 2017. Sort of probably at like one of the worst times amidst the kind of bull market. So the kind of price data we have for 2017 when it comes to Cardano essentially is just, you know, it got kind of took with the tide essentially of the 2017 bull market. But if you look at something like Bitcoin, you know, you can see that sell-offs are frequent. Anything up to like a 33% sell-off was happening on a frequent occurrence. Obviously 2017 starts here where I am sort of moving my mouse and ends over here. And you can see the amount of sort of frequent pullbacks that we had. And every time, really, what they were was a buying opportunity. And I obviously can't give you guys any sort of advice when it comes to what you do with your own money. However, what I will say, it's not really however, what I will say is I have a lot of friends and family who have been looking to get into Cardano. They know that I speak about it a lot, and I'm very sort of invested in the project. I've been telling them for a while now, wait for a pullback. You will get a significant pullback, and this could be that buying opportunity that my friends and family have possibly been waiting for. And they have my blessings essentially to, you know, accumulate this, because ultimately, guys, we are in a bull market. Do you really think that we top out at $1.17? I mean, we spoke about Dogecoin the other day. Dogecoin is up 16% today. Who knows why? And it had nearly a $50 billion market cap, so more than Cardano. And we spoke about why Cardano was so undervalued in comparison with Dogecoin. You know, you have Cardano, this fantastic project that essentially is trying to change the world in many respects. If you understand Cardano, you'll understand what they're actually trying to do. And then you have a complete joke that has actually managed to accrue more of a market cap than a coin that is actually, you know, fundamental to the kind of third world countries' evolution. And I could go on all day. You guys who have been following the channel now for a while know my sort of stance on Cardano. I love the project, and I think Charles Hoskinson, when he came out and sort of addressed Dogecoin, go and watch. If you're not subscribed to his YouTube channel, by the way, guys, go and give him a watch. If you want information from the horse's mouth, he is a great guy to follow. Willy Woo is the other guy that I've pulled up here. He's really Bitcoin focused, but he's, you know, Twitter is a extremely useful source of information. I have a personal Twitter. The channel Twitter is there. We have an account kind of made already, but we're not yet using it. Just simply because, you know, for those of you who don't know, I own a small business. I'm you know, like this morning I travelled like 400 miles for work purposes. You know, I have a lot going on. So I really, my main focus at the moment is bringing you guys frequent information that I can deliver to you, you know, come upstairs, jump on the laptop, jump on the computer, jump on whatever, and bang this information out so that I can, you know, deliver, and you guys can have something fallible each and every day. We are going to get into sort of growing the channel in a sort of social media aspect shortly. However, for now, I'm really focused on just making sure you guys get that information. So some key points to take away from this stream, guys. We are still, in my opinion, in a bullish continuation pattern. It looks, if you zoom in, of course, it looks quite steep. It looks quite sharp. The EMA, the 20-week EMA, we've crossed this. If we take a look at what happens when we sort of dip below it, usually it will lead to a sort of move to the upside. So are we going to see that soon? I absolutely think so. I think we could bounce around in that channel. But main things to take away, guys, because you know what I'm like. I will waffle on all day long. Essentially, you have higher lows and higher highs taking place, which means that we are still in an upwards moving pattern. And in my opinion, it's not long before we break out to the upside and we see that Cardano, we see Cardano doubling in a short period of time. One thing quickly, guys, and we pointed out in our last video, I believe we see similar things happening here that we are seeing happen today. And essentially, because we have the chart in front of us, we know what came as a result of that. We saw a huge move to the upside that took us to above and beyond our prior all-time highs. I think a similar thing is going to play out. That's really how we got to that $3 Cardano range. We did some more analysis on it where we compare Bitcoin and we say that everything's essentially following Bitcoin. Ethereum's following it very closely, and something like Cardano is following it less so. That's how we predicted that Cardano was essentially going to make its all-time highs and capitulate around that zone. We've been spot on so far, guys, and I think we don't get everything right, but we try and get as much right as possible. I think we're gonna, I think that's gonna continue to kind of ring true. So that is really all I have for you in the video. Like I say, key points to take away: the sell-off that we saw in Bitcoin, and this could just be a way for China to shake more people out and have less people sort of on board. A lot of liquidations took place. For those of you who are new to the crypto space, do not, and I can't give you financial advice, but I'm going to say this. Please be smart with your money. Do not try and trade a market that you have, never experienced before. This is such a volatile market class that you're going to get wrecked. Take that from somebody who's been there and done that. I've blown up more accounts with leverage than I would care to share with you guys on this channel. That's why I'm here, to hopefully help you guys from making the mistakes that I did when I first got into crypto. Because, at the end of the day, I got into crypto around about 2017, early 2017, made and lost a lot of money. And I've learned a hell of a lot as a result of that. And that's why I'm here today on this channel, giving you this information. Because Cardano, is a fantastic project. We are doing frequent updates on it now. The reason being is because I know you guys love Cardano. I love Cardano. It's a win-win for everybody involved. And we thought an update like this was absolutely crucial. Remember what you are investing in. If nothing else, guys, this is all noise, essentially, what you're looking at right now. If we look at the .com stocks, and we used to, when we first started the channel, we did a lot of analysis between Bitcoin and Amazon as a stock and how it reacted back in sort of 1997 and how Bitcoin reacted in 2017. And, Amazon essentially went from, I can't remember, $107 all the way down to like $4. And look at it today, guys. Just remember what you are investing in, and things will become very clear and obvious. So I'm going to love and leave you guys. A quick hello to all my new subscribers. And thank you very much for everybody who comments on my videos. I really do appreciate it. It makes what I'm doing worth it. To see that you guys are getting some sort of value out of this content is all I ask for. Watch out for the scammers. I do not want anything from you guys. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have any kind of a avenue for me to extract money from you guys. The reason being is because all I actually want is your attention and that you guys are actually getting some value out of this. That is it. That is all we ask for on this channel, and we're going to stay that way. We don't take sponsors. We've turned down sponsorships recently, mainly because I don't think anybody would even know who these guys are. We don't do that. All we want to do is get on here, get in front of the camera, and, hopefully help some people in this volatile, treacherous water of a space. So that is all I have for you in this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this content. I'm going to love and leave you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'm going to see you in the next one. A like is always appreciated. So is a comment. I want to know your feedback. And like I say, guys, get subscribed. So, perfect. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a fantastic day.